Welcome, everyone. It is week 12 in the NFL, and man, the season's going by quick. I am Robin Klister with the illustrious Johnny Vegas, and we've got 6 under-the-radar players to target this week. All the data on the show comes from DFS Hub's NFL lineup builder. Check it out on dfshub.com if you haven't already. Okay, let's get down to business, Johnny. What 3 games do you expect to be fruitful from a fantasy perspective this week?
Well, game 1 we have Las Vegas at Seattle. The over-under there, 47.5. We like it because 2 really good offenses, 2 below-average defenses.
Who do you guys game number 2?
We've got LA Rams at Kansas City. Kansas City favored by more than 2 touchdowns there. They have the number 1 offense, 30 points a game. The Rams O is having a hard time staying on the field.
Who is the marquee game number 3 this week?
Well, we got Houston at Miami, the over-under there, 47. Similar scenario. You got Miami favored by a couple touchdowns. Houston with the worst rushing D, 178 a game. That's going to set up some play action to Hill and Waddle.
Excellent. Those should be bountiful contests. Let's talk injury replacements. Johnny, give us 2 backup players who can make a splash in week 12.
Well, the first one already did make a splash last week, and that was Rachaad White. Cleveland D giving up 135 yards a game. Rachaad White went over 100 in his first start last week. We like that again.
Like it. Who else you got?
Next one didn't go as well, Trey McBride, but he is the number 1 tight end option in Arizona right now. The LA Chargers, 27th in fantasy point allowed to tight ends.
Excellent. You'll find these and other top injury replacements on our injuries page at dfshub.com. All right, now this is where we do a little gold digging, Johnny. We are going to flag 4 specific under-the-radar players who have a shot at scoring 4 times their salary in week 12. The first is LA Rams running back Cam Akers. He's the number 1 back now all of a sudden in LA, given Henderson got his walking papers. Casey is average at best against running backs, and with so many pass catcher injuries, and with Bryce Perkins potentially at QB for LA, they may heavily lean on Akers this week.
LA is going to try and run with Akers. If they're not successful, it's going to be a long, long day.
All right, next up we have New Orleans tight end Juwan Johnson. He solidified a role in the passing game there with 3 straight weeks of touchdowns. The guy's pretty cheap. Johnny, give it to me straight. What do you think?
Well, he's carved out a nice role for himself in New Orleans, especially in the red zone.
All right, Johnny, who is in your value bin for week 12?
We've got Geno Smith from Seattle. He's the number 2 quarterback. Can you believe that? With a rating of 108. He's thrown 2 touchdowns per game his last 4. And Las Vegas is 30th in fantasy points allowed to QBs. We like it.
Yep, 6-4 Seattle has a lot to play for this week, and they need to stay on top of that NFC West. Who is next?
Next, we got Jeff Wilson Jr., running back Miami, $5,900 player this week. Houston's dead last in rush yards allowed, 178 per game. 32nd in fantasy points allowed to running backs.
And there you have it, 6 potential barn burners for week 12. For breaking news on all these players, folks, visit dfshub.com. We got 4,500 news sources and stats you won't find anywhere else. And if you like today's show, it helps our channel a ton if you click like or subscribe or both. For now, go out there and rock them in week 12, folks. Thanks for watching.